everybody. I've literally set up this awesome camera. So I've now gone onto an SLR, and this one I'm actually filming off is the EOS 750, the Canon EOS 750D. Now, from a fast moving zooming perspective, if I zoom off somewhere, it's not going to catch up with me because the autofocus isn't that good. But generally, if I'm just sat here talking to you, then it's pretty cool. We have the TopoDOT user conference that is in the next few weeks over in Orlando. So I'm dead excited about that. That's going to be really cool. We've even got Samba girls. So I'm gonna get my dancing kit on and my feather boa. So that should be fun. Ellie's doing a lot of work with the Trimble Express stuff with Correc, so that's been really good. They had an awesome event last week in Ireland with the Trimble Express, so some really good posts on LinkedIn and, well, generally on all the social media channels. Sarah came round on Wednesday. Sarah looks after quite a lot of the social media packages for different companies. We worked on Certainty 3Ds to the TopoDOT content calendar, and we literally have content buckets. So the whole point of having a content calendar is making sure that we get out of the silo effect and we're planning ahead. So a lot of people laugh at me and they're like, oh God, planning. But it is really crucial. And what we tend to do, and we're really realistic about it, is we usually do about a month in advance. So for all the content that we produce for our clients, it's usually about a month in advance. Next week, we'll actually... I'm going to try and get it finished this week, even though it's Thursday today. Next week is literally trying to finish off my talk. I've got 2 talks that I'm going to be delivering at the TopoDOT user conference in Orlando. The talks are going to be literally on internal communication, so internal selling. I'm going to have one very much focused on the Department of Transportations, so government agencies that need... to literally get rid of the silos, but how do we go about it? How do we sell internally? So I'm speaking to a couple of the DOTs to get a little bit more of their perspective, and then I'm going to sort of come up with some ideas on things that they can do to help improve their communications, which internally will improve their sales to each department. So for example, you have the mobile mapping departments that are doing a lot of work, hence they're going to the TopoDOT user conference. And some of the other departments that may be looking at mobile mapping but didn't know that they had mobile mapping. So things like that. Got this little beauty. So Brandscaping, awesome. So this actually ties in really well with a lot of the content marketing stuff that we're doing. But also Andrew Davies is amazing. He is the most funniest, creative person that I know, apart from Marcus Sheridan, because Marcus Sheridan is brilliant too, but he's a little bit different. But Andrew is awesome, and I love this guy. He is coming up with things like, interaction and also being integrated with your audience and sharing stuff that you're doing. Quite a lot of the really good LinkedIn users are very good at collaboration and integrating and getting people involved. So you'll probably see a lot of my posts. They comment on people, they add people in. I also do a lot of hashtagging in, especially on LinkedIn now, because it's works. So if you actually hashtag something in LinkedIn in the search engine, you should actually find that thing. So sticking mobile mapping, what comes up? Sticking TopoDOT, what comes up? That sort of thing. Sticking Trimble, see what comes up. Top of mind. So that's why your hashtags are quite important, especially if you're, going about and talking about different things. So that's really key. Get kids into survey. Geez. So that's going really well. We are currently working, the Orange Crush guys, who are my web developers, who are really good. They are currently working on a new form to fill in. So we're going to be charging per poster now because of the vastness it's gone. We're getting inquiries from all over the world, and my postage bill was £1,500 last month. So the Antarctica posters, I didn't mind sending it out. We had some really good sponsors that covered it, but didn't cover loads. So it's okay. I sent all those out. So that was it. It's important that we build up this. So we've got a slightly different change on it, and we're going to do. We're going to be charging per poster. It's going to be about £1 a poster. And then, of course, we're going to charge for shipment. And then we're going to produce about 3,000 posters for the Get Kids Into Survey campaign. We've got approximately 10 signed up. Who's going? Okay, so these are really good shout outs. Correct, awesome. You will see in the smart cities, we've got a little girl, blonde hair, black jacket, standing beside the Correct van. That's Helen Gilmartin. She is the head of marketing for Correct, so check her out. In fact, she looks like a rock chick. Anyway, she's good. Geoslam, my guys at Geoslam. So we have Sven, who's going to look like a Viking. So he's going to be walking around the inside of a building. So Marek, the designer, is currently working on that at the moment. Of course, we've got the awesome Dave Bennett from TopCon. So we've got some things coming out for him, which will be really good. Thank you to Gary Nell at GeoCurve. So they signed up and they're going to have the Pegasus, the Leica Pegasus system on the back of the boat because they've won a massive, massive contract to scan the Thames River. So that's going to be really good. Thank you to NEI. So NEI, of course, you'll see the dueling cowboys. So we have Bowman Consulting. Thank you very much, Phil and team, and of course, Robert. So we're going to have the dueling ponies. So that's a bit of fun. We've also big thank you to the NSPS guys. I've got a call with them this afternoon. I'm so excited. I can't tell you too much that's going on yet, but there's something big happening. And more to tell shortly. I'd also like to thank Nicole Casey from Land Surveys in Australia. So they've actually signed up already for a special character. So they're going to come through on the mining edition. So mining edition is going to be based on Kalgoorlie Mine, a super pit. And we're going to have a big old open mine. And then we're going to have the internal mine working. So this was going to be great for mine surveyors, land surveyors, also utility surveyors. So we're going to have some utility stuff above that. So NM Group, I want you in there. I think you'll be awesome on that one. And then everybody else. So we've got a few more bubbling around. We've got Trimble coming on. They've got some cool stuff. And we've got some more flags and all sorts. So yeah, really good stuff. And also, I've got to tell you this little bit because this is so exciting. So you know the Harry Potter Nimbus 2000 broomstick, yeah? Okay, so if you don't, look it up because it's really important. So all the witches and wizards on Harry Potter get really excited of this Nimbus 2000. So we're going to have something rather funny, and it's going to be something like, I'm not quite sure the wording yet, but it's going to be the Nimbus 2000 or the Tripod 2000 or something like that. And it's going to be the ultimate tripod, and it's going to be in the window. We're going to have loads of kids and surveyors looking around the window wanting in there. So that's really good. And also, before I go, a big shout out that the government have pushed through the geospatial apprenticeships in the UK. So we're going to have that on the side of the train on the Smart Cities promotion. So if you guys are wondering, these are going to come out. We're going to send them out for the TopoDOT user conference. So they're getting printed the first week of May in Florida for that. Then we're also going to be having a load at GeoBusiness. So we'll send out, all the sponsors will get a box each of posters so they can hand out to people. But yeah, support this wonderful cause. All the money that we get for it goes back into supporting getting kids into survey. And we've got a load of stuff that we're going to be doing. Yeah, and so have a look at that. Book recommendation, get Brandscaping, awesome book. And of course, you know about Anne Hadley's book. She is brilliant. So these are great content marketing books. Ciao for now. I'll see